A few Bingeworthy videos back, I explored why Marlo Hampton will never get a Real Housewives of Atlanta Peach. And in that video, I discussed Marlo's rocky relationship with the network and how Nene Leakes allegedly called down to Bravo stopping bags.
Nene told me she didn't want me to tape. She just had enough of me. She needed a break of me. That was too low though.
I said what I said, and I'm not changing on it, okay?
Now, by the end of that video, I ultimately declared that the friend of a friend of a friend of the show would never get her paws even close to one of those prized Real Housewives of Atlanta Peaches.
I said what I said!
It's Justin Diego back with another Bingeworthy video, and today I want you to watch till the very end while we explore that same question. Will Marlo Hampton ever get her hands on a Real Housewives of Atlanta Peach? Since the fans keep asking, and the cast keeps throwing their little shade.
She been trying for a long time. Just give it to her. Give her a peach, Jesus Christ.
I honestly think it's hilarious the way that everyone answers this question, and at this point, I don't even know if there is even a wrong way to answer it, but a few days ago, Joy Marie McKenzie interviewed Andy Cohen for Good Morning America and got him to answer some questions about the Real Housewives. And of course, she asked, why hasn't Marlo Hampton ever gotten a peach? Andy responded laughingly saying, at first we wondered whether it was the right fit. Nene was advocating for her from the start, and then she and Nene really fell out. And then Nene left the show, and so, I mean, it's kind of been one thing after the next. So basically, the network had their doubts about Marlo Hampton at first, and Nene Leakes was one of those people that was trying to change their mind. But when Nene fell out with Marlo a few seasons back, apparently she changed her tune and either stopped Marlo's bag on purpose or she just quit fighting for Marlo altogether. Sadly, when Nene Leakes left the show back in season 8 or 9, the network still treated the two of them like a package deal. Now, I'm not sure about what the problem is now, since Andy did say that it's been one thing after another, but in my mind, Nene has been back for at least 2 seasons now, and Marlo has still been left peachless. I mean, come on, who decided to give Shamari DeVoe a peach over Marlo?
You know what? I didn't really film a lot with Shamari, and you know, to be honest, I really, you know, I think she's a nice lady, but you know, it's up to the fans to decide, you know, how they feel about her.
It's the one and only Digo Double G. Snoop Dogg.
I think she's a nice lady.
In this interview with Ebony Magazine a few months back in April, Cynthia Bailey spoke about some of her Real Housewives castmates and revealed why Marlo hasn't been made a full housewife yet on the show.
You know what? I am not the peach giver. I don't give peaches and I don't take peaches away.
In your personal opinion.
Now, I don't know if this was right after everything hit the fan between Cynthia and Nene, but in this interview, I was living for Cynthia's shade.
I think Marlo definitely brings her fashions to the show. That's what, you know, her whole thing, you know, that's what she loves, and I think it's great.
Last time I checked, Real Housewives of Atlanta has nothing to do with fashion. I mean, this is not Project Runway. Cynthia simplifying Marlo down to just her fashions is just flat out nice nasty.
Anyone that's holding a peach, I think you have to be willing to share your life completely. Your personal life and your private life. So if you are holding a peach, then you have to be, you know, willing to give your complete life. And I don't know if Marlo is willing to do that.
Ooh, child, I cannot take it. Cynthia, if you need to get something off your chest, go ahead and slide in my DMs. And of course, what we talk about will be kept a private conversation between us. And when I say us, I'm definitely talking about my binge watchers. No, really. I wonder if Cynthia is spilling tea here, revealing that one of the main reasons why Marlo is still a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend has something to do with her hiding some of her truth from the Bravo cameras. Yes, if people aren't asking why Marlo doesn't have a peach, they are probably somewhere asking, oh my God, where does Marlo Hampton get her money? According to Marlo, she gets her coins from being a boss.
I'm gonna answer that for the 100th time.
Yes.
And it's okay. My grandmother taught me at a young age how to invest in property. I've owned properties for years. I also dated a billionaire, I told you before, who
was not Ted Turner.
Who is not Ted Turner.
Okay.
And when I told you guys last time, Ari and Emma, named after my mother and my grandmother, where I sell jewelry, I have stores. I have a lot. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a hustler.
All right, there you go. Marlo Hampton, LLC.
And I actually happen to believe her. I follow Marlo on Instagram, and I be lurking, and I be looking at side eyes while she getting out all them cars and toting all those fancy purses while I'm sitting here looking stupid. And I see Marlo traveling and promoting stuff all the time. And from the outside looking in, the Real Housewives of Atlanta platform seems to be keeping Marlo booked and busy.
To sum it all up, I'm sitting right here with Andy Cohen. I mean, this platform allows me to make plenty money posting my businesses.
When Marlo landed this gig with How High To, some of her followers were really excited. And I was like, okay, girl, I guess you don't need no Peach to get a couple of fans or two. With Roger commenting, for all of those wondering what Marlo does, it's this work! Exclamation point with the bags emoji. And this comment received dozens of likes. So yeah, again, I was just happy to see people putting some respect on Marlo's name. Then somebody had to go and mess it up, throwing shade under that comment saying, "Cha, please. This is a friend contract deal. Marlo takes her bullets and Nene covers her on the back end." First of all, I feel like that was a lot. Why do people think that Nene has all this power and all this pull to be securing bookings in Hollywood, not just for her, but a +1? I don't get it. Now, Marlo was quick to shut that down, responding right back saying, "You have no idea what you're talking about, and you sound really stupid. Have several seats." Here are my final thoughts. At the end of the day, I think that Marlo Hampton is definitely good for TV. And I think that for most of us, that comes without question. However, I do understand why some Housewives fans have always asked way too many questions about her backstory. Personally, I would not mind seeing Marlo dating, working, and doing something a little less shallow than this fashionista storyline that she's been giving us all this time. I mean, come on. I know that in order for Marlo to have made it out of foster care and to have become one of the Real Housewives' most memorable friends of the show, she has a real story to tell. But since we know a little bit about some of those shady aspects from Marlo's past, I totally understand why she's chosen to not really open up after all these seasons. At the same time, I feel like now that Nene Leakes is in this awkward place that she is with the rest of the ladies of the show, now more than ever before, if Bravo is truly considering giving Marlo a peach, if it's even like a thought, like, we could choose Kim Fields, we could choose Shamari DeVoe, we could choose like anybody else, or we could choose Marlo. It's time to say, let's play the Marlo card. But we all know that Bravo hasn't always made the best casting choices. So now it's been almost 2 years since I first asked the question, and I bet you're wondering if my answer changed. No, I don't mean any shade by this, and I am definitely open to being wrong about it, but something tells me that Marlo Hampton will never get an actual Real Housewives of Atlanta peach.
Do y'all think she will ever get a peach?
Well, I know that Kroger and Publix has them on sale during the summertime, so we can go get one.
Thanks so much for watching this video. If there was something that I missed, don't be throwing shade in the comments. Just politely tap me on my shoulder and tell me what's on your mind. And of course, if you like this video and want to see more binge-worthy videos like this one, be sure to slam that like button and then slam that subscribe button and then slam one more time to click that bell button so that you get all of the notifications about videos that I make in the future, because I don't want to like call you out, sis, but it's kind of weird that you've been sitting here watching this whole video being in my face. I'm just kidding. Thanks again for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you back again on the next one.